Hi everyone, it's Danny. Today I want to do a quick update on my young plants ordered on eBay. These are all three of them. One of them I didn't present to you earlier. And some stuff are happening. They are actually growing, and I just want to tell you what I think about them so far and what I think the difference between a mature orchid and a young one is in terms of care and development. Okay, so as you can see, they are starting to produce new roots, and they're starting to grow. If you remember, this one had this little baby, but it wasn't growing. Now it is producing roots, also another leaf. Even though the older pseudobulbs are rather spent, they're rather wrinkly. Never cut off old pseudobulbs, even if they look like this, because they might actually feed the new pseudobulbs with their energy and eventually die. When they dry up, you can simply remove them. But other than that, don't remove them. They can serve energy to the plant, to the new shoots, and that's always good, especially with young plants and seedlings, which don't really benefit from much roots or old pseudobulbs. So this has been the Oncidium Cherry Baby that I ordered from Malaysia. It's doing fine, putting out roots, so I think in the end it will start to grow. It does grow very, very slow, but I guess it's understandable. This is the Dendrobium, which I thought was something else, also producing a new shoot and some new roots. This one actually did have a few good roots when I got it, and yeah, now it's producing some new roots, also a new shoot, and the old pseudobulbs have kind of dried up. They spent their energy to feed this cane, to feed the new growth. So this one still has some life in it, but these ones are definitely dried up. They serve their purpose, but I left them on there even though they were not fully alive, because they did give a lot of energy to new growth, and that is very important with young plants and seedlings. This is a Cattleya orchid. She's the one that I was most worried about because she really didn't look so good. And right now she is producing, I'm gonna try to show you, it's very hard to show, but I will try. She's producing a new shoot as far as I can see here, and also some new roots. But the thing was, she had this new growth started, which she came with, but I think because of the stress and transport, they all did about 3 weeks on transport because there were some mix-ups at the post office. Anyway, they rather suffered. But what happened was, all these pseudobulbs that she used to have, they just served all their energy for the viable pseudobulbs and the new shoots, and they will actually die, all of them. This didn't develop anymore. It's kind of drying up. I'm not sure what's gonna happen. This one looks okay, but it got very, very shriveled as it put its energy to the new shoot. So, all in all, what the plants did was direct all the energy they could find into growing new roots. This is a sort of a regeneration process, I would say. They're starting new, they are producing new shoots that are adapted to my environment, because I'm pretty sure they were adapted to other environments. Also because they spent 3 weeks on the road, they didn't have moisture, so all the growth that they initially had, it started to suffer, and I think what the plant is doing is aborting the old shoots because they do have problem. It's gonna put a lot of stress on the plant to try to revive them. So what the plant does is actually use the energy left in the previous growth to produce strong, healthy, and well-adapted new growth. So this is what I believe is happening. And if you noticed in orchids, sometimes they, when you get them, they abort their new shoots or new growth and start to produce another one. I think this is the plant's way of dealing with the environment, of producing new growth that is well adapted to the current environment while spending the energy of the other growth. In terms of care, I find that they do like moisture. These are really small pots that I keep them in, so I kind of water them once every 2 or 3 days. The ceramic pots help a bit with retaining the moisture, but there is a lot of ventilation in the pot as well, and the pot is small, and what I'm using is actually pretty large pieces of bark. They're not too fine, a little bit of sphagnum moss. So yeah, just make sure you don't leave the pots go dry for too much, and at best 1 day, because again they are seedlings or young plants, and they do need a lot of moisture because they don't have previous growth to sustain them, or they do have previous growth but it's already directing energy towards other stuff, and if we don't water them, if we don't ensure a lot of moisture, they will be very stressed, and yeah, we just need to help them a bit create new growth that is well adapted to our environment. Okay, this is about it. This is what I wanted to show and tell you, and thank you for watching this video, and yeah, I'll see you next time. You can leave me any comments or questions. I always answer back, so see you next time. Bye.